Come check out the latest White Dwarf for August 2017.
Spiky bits.
What's up, hobby maniacs? Rob Baer back again with you today, taking a look at the new White Dwarf for 2017. Now, it's been one big, fat, happy year since we got the White Dwarf back to the monthly format, which was really awesome. Thanks, Games Workshop. Looks like it's still sticking to its price of $9 or so here. But, you know, at least here in the US, it's definitely been plagued by delays and getting stuff actually to people's doors. We saw Games Workshop issue several apologies and refund folks for all the difficulties that they've had. And now I guess it's mostly resolved. I haven't gotten mine. At least I've gotten mine. I haven't got mine in time, except for once, I think, out of the past year. Every other time it has come after it hit the shelf. So a little disappointing. Don't think I'm going to renew my subscription, at least here in the States. Now I'm sure over in Europe and everything, it's you know, it's all aces, but not here in the States. So, but you know, off to a rocky start. But I feel like the features themselves are a lot better, head and shoulders better than what they used to be. However, this particular issue here definitely is a feel of mostly an advertisational vehicle. Like, everything in here is geared specifically almost to like sell something. There wasn't a lot of meat and potatoes content on the hobby. I mean, there was the tale for Warlords. There was a decent paint splatter article in here. Yes, there is some stuff on color theory and color wheels, but nothing super functional. And, you know, giving us a wheel that has your colors on it is great and all, but maybe, you know, maybe we want to look outside of Games Workshop product. So this was probably the most selly White Dwarf that I've read in a very long time, and it definitely felt like almost like a filler issue in and of itself. Now, there was some spoilers in here. We saw the new vines, and there's a new skull kit coming out for the Realms of Battle, but, you know, other than that, there really wasn't. I mean, it just didn't tickle my pickle. Yeah, it really didn't. And, you know, I read these things for the hobby content. I mean, sure, the battle reports and everything are great, but, you know, maybe from my standpoint, Games Workshop plays them a little bit. Their battle report's a little bit different than, say, you know, we do here in the States, and definitely way different than a competitive level, which, you know, has always kind of plagued their battle reports in that regard. Not that they aren't bad or low quality by any means. They are probably the best quality battle reports in written format that we've ever seen for Warhammer. So, you know, they always have that going on in here. So here's the features for this issue. You've got the Index of Astartes. Of course, they're going to be talking all about Space Marines. Cover feature, Birth of Angels. They're talking to the designers, and these are features that you can't get anywhere else. You know, it's maybe in a video on YouTube that they put out, but for the most part, yeah, this, if you're fluff for nutters right here, this stuff may tickle your pickle. It doesn't for me. You know, I love hearing about all these things and everything like that, but, you know, push comes to shove, I guess I just want to look at pretty pictures and look at painted miniatures and see cool conversions and things. And maybe I'll circle back to some of that stuff. There is a battle report in here, like I said. Lots of stuff on the new upcoming Chaos Codex. The Space Marine Challenge, I actually personally enjoyed. They took the Intercessors squad, the new multi-part kit, and allowed some of the guys to kit bash it on the heavy metal team, and then one of them won. You know, it's kind of like a little mini contest, which I thought was pretty neat, and it made a great little feature in here. Tale of Four Warlords, like I said, is back. Armies on Parade, okay, that was pretty cool. The Theory of Color, like I said, little color wheel action in there, but not your true color wheel, and it definitely had Games Workshop branding all over it, an immediate turn off for me. Paint Splatter, how to paint Grey Knights for a Dread Knight, a little Dread Knight conversion type deal. So that was really cool to see as well. But like I said, overall, it definitely had that feel of a filler issue, unfortunately. And I don't know, it was just something about it I didn't like. Now, of course, all the toy porn here on all the new Space Marines releases for this week. And then, of course, we saw, hey, next week's going to be Chaos, and it's also going to be Grey Knights. Then the releases from last week, the Fire Slayers, Beastclaw Raiders, Demons of Zinch, and, of course, the Path to Glory. Now, I'm not sure why these are in here when they've been out. I guess it's the first magazine since they've been out, because remember, Games Workshop puts out the magazine it kind of covers the first couple of weeks worth of releases, and then it comes out. Then the next one comes out, and they kind of backtrack with the stuff that they teased mid-month and kind of post it up. And then we got some Middle-earth stuff in here, nothing too crazy. Then we get into talking about actual fluff, what's going on with the codexes, how they work, some previews and stuff that we saw people actually blowing these pictures up in Photoshop and trying to figure them out. I mean, that's cool. Lots of good stuff in here. Tactical Imperialis, of course, Games Workshop's little tips and tactics article. Index Astartes making its return. Of course, we saw this literally at least 17 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, in a White Dwarf where it made its debut. It was reprinted in the Chapter Approves in the Index Astartes ad nauseum, and now it's back talking about how they make new Space Marines, but they also added in the Primaris organs. So they kind of, I guess, updated it a little bit, but I don't remember. Let's see, Synod Cords, Primaris organs. I think that's just saying, this looks like the same feature, to be honest. 19, this might be a new page though. I'll have to go back and double check. Yeah, Belisarian. So this is a new page added to the original. This might also be reworked, but we've seen this content before in the past, and we all know how Games Workshop likes to reuse their content, of course. Nothing wrong with that. They do call it evergreen for a reason. Then we got Birth of an Angel talking about the new character models, the weapons of the Primaris Space Marines. So it's a neat little feature on Primaris and such. Some drawings by Jess for the chaplain there, and then it busts up into a whole bunch of more Primaris right here. Of course, you got the Primaris in the front and the little guys in the back, because we all know if you got big guys, you put them in the front, you hide behind them. We're not stupid, so we know how this works. Talking about some more Age of Sigmar in here. We're going to keep flipping through this. There was the battle report right here. Like I said, these are very well done. Definitely worth checking out if that's your thing. It is Age of Sigmar 1 this week. Talking about Chaos Trader Legions and such like that. This feature was actually pretty cool. I liked it. The 6 painters, or 6 of the painters of Heavy Metal team, took the challenge to paint up some of the new Intercessor multi-parts. And here you can see what they did to each one and the resulting paint job right up there. I like this one with a little claw, but I think that's from the AdMech unit. That is an extra piece right there. And the winner, dun dun dun. And then it gets into more stuff on the Mortal Realms and lots of different things there. Temporal Distort, going way, way back. This is probably the 90s, no, 97, yeah. I think I had that issue. Tale of War Warlords back in full effect. Craft World Eldar. There wasn't painting features. It was just kind of like some overall, like, hey, this is kind of how I achieved this effect. Like I said, not a whole lot of painting in here except for the Theory of Color, which, like I said, this was great. This isn't a true color wheel, and it's definitely got Games Workshop paints all over it, which I appreciate. They're going to give me a good, like, hey, I want to go green. What do I want to go? Let me do this, let me go this way. And this might be helpful to a lot of people, but remember, this isn't a true color wheel. So it's just gonna kind of show you the shades of Games Workshop's paint right there. But remember, there's like 300 different paints out there. So there's not 300 paints here. I mean, it's a useful tool, but I feel like it's got a little too much branding on it from my personal taste. Coming into some more schemes and complementing colors. Gets in the modeling painting section, and then the teasers in the back. Oh, there's the kit bash and how to paint. How to paint the paint splatter, or how to paint a Grey Knight Terminator right there, because we all know they come out next week. And then the spoiler for the new Vines kit, Creeping Vines kit, along with the Skulls kit right there. You can see a bunch of skulls stacked up on each other, and there's some new rules in here for the Death World Forest kit, as well as using them in Age of Sigmar as well for some terrain. So additional rules in here, and then right there you can see the Skull kit that's going to come out, I guess, next month. I think it said next month. So going to be a little bit of a slowdown because we know that they are coming out with 10 codex, I guess 8 more codex books before Christmas, and also the chapter approved book. So here's what we got for next month, September. 30 Years of Warhammer 40k paint splatter, Heavy Metal, Kit Bash, 2 battle reports, and much, much more. So we don't know too much quite yet, but I'm sure stay tuned to the interwebs and we will find out plenty more about what's coming out late August and on into September. Remember, they always like to drop a big release around Labor Day weekend, so I would imagine we will see something pretty dope, maybe even the Death Guard coming out right around then for a 2 to 3 week wave of awesomeness there. So that's it for this one. Thanks for checking it out. If you like our video features, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to comment and thumbs up the videos. And head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the 8th edition battle reports for exclusive content and early access videos. Become a veteran of the Long War today.